Ever wondered why your dog suddenly starts running around like crazy? This burst of energy, often accompanied by a look of pure joy on your pup's face, has a name. It's called zoomies, or in more scientific terms, frenetic random activity periods. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? Zoomies are an absolutely normal and incredibly common behavior among dogs of all breeds and ages. It's like watching a child on a sugar high, but instead of candy, these four-legged furballs are fueled by a surge of energy and excitement. Whether it's a sudden sprint across the living room or a mad dash in the backyard, these zoomies are a quintessential part of a dog's life. But these outbursts of energy don't just happen out of nowhere. There's a fascinating science behind why our canine friends get the zoomies. So, what triggers these bursts of energy? Let's dive into that next. Have you noticed that your dog often gets the zoomies after a bath, or maybe when you come home after a long day at work? This is because certain situations trigger these energetic outbursts, which are officially known as frenetic random activity periods, or FRAPs. Most commonly, zoomies are a response to heightened levels of excitement. Imagine the sheer joy your dog feels when you come home after being away all day. Their happiness may be so overwhelming that they need to express it physically, and zoomies are a perfect way to do that. Similarly, your dog might get the zoomies after a bath. It's not completely clear why, but it could be a reaction to the invigorating sensation of being clean, or perhaps a way of shaking off any residual water. Some dogs simply don't enjoy bath time, and zoomies might be their way of celebrating that it's finally over. But it's not just excitement that can trigger zoomies. They can also be a response to a buildup of excess energy. If your dog hasn't had a chance to exercise properly, they might resort to zoomies as a way of burning off that pent-up energy. This is especially common in puppies and younger dogs who have energy to spare and are still learning to regulate it. In some cases, zoomies can even be a reaction to stress. While this might sound strange, it's actually a natural response. When dogs are stressed, their bodies produce adrenaline, which can lead to a burst of energy. Zoomies can help them to release this energy and calm down. So whether it's excitement, excess energy, or even stress, zoomies are a way for dogs to express themselves and manage their physical and emotional states. They're a normal part of canine behavior, and while they might seem strange to us, to our dogs they make perfect sense. Now that we know what triggers zoomies, let's explore the science behind this fascinating behavior. Zooming might look like a bunch of random running, but there's actually a lot more going on. Let's delve into the fascinating world of canine neurochemistry to understand what really happens when your dog gets the zoomies. Imagine you're watching your dog zooming around the yard, zipping back and forth in a blur of fur and energy. What might appear to be just a random burst of energy is, in fact, a complex interplay of hormones and instinctive behaviors. When your dog gets the zoomies, a lot is happening in their brain. The primary player is dopamine, a chemical that is directly involved in feelings of pleasure and reward. Think of it as the happiness hormone. When your dog starts to zoom, it's because their brain has released a surge of dopamine. This leads to an adrenaline rush that fuels their high-energy antics. You might be wondering why the dopamine gets released in the first place. Well, this is where we step into the realm of natural instincts. You see, dogs, much like their wild ancestors, are hunters at heart. The chase, the play, the exhilarating rush of speed, all of these trigger the release of dopamine. Zooming is essentially a play version of the hunting sequence, starting from the chase to the catch. But hunting isn't the only instinct at play here. The zoomies also serve as a form of play behavior. Dogs, especially puppies, have an innate need to play. Play not only helps them learn important social and physical skills, but also triggers the release of dopamine. That's why you often see dogs zooming around after a play session. So the next time you see your dog zooming around, remember, it's not just about burning off pent-up energy. It's a complex dance of neurochemistry and instinctive behaviors, all aimed at providing your dog with a sense of joy and fulfillment. Zoomies aren't just about the physical activity, they're also about mental stimulation. Let's find out more. Beyond providing an outlet for energy, zoomies also serve an important purpose in a dog's cognitive development. When we see our canine companions darting back and forth at lightning speed, it's more than just an amusing spectacle. This behavior is actually a complex exercise in their mental and physical growth. Let's delve into the nitty-gritty. Zoomies are a way for dogs to navigate their environment. Each mad dash around the yard or living room is a chance for them to learn more about their surroundings. They're mapping out their territory, learning where obstacles are, and figuring out the best routes to take. It's like they're little canine cartographers. Moreover, Zoomies offer a chance for dogs to practice their motor skills. The quick turns, sudden stops, and high jumps aren't just for show. They're helping your dog hone its agility, balance, and coordination. Think of Zoomies as a spontaneous workout, keeping your dog physically fit as well as mentally sharp. And let's not forget the social aspect. Whether your dog is zipping around with you or darting about with another dog, they're establishing social bonds. Zoomies can be a shared experience, a fun game that strengthens the bond between a dog and its human companion or canine friend. Zoomies are a healthy and important part of a dog's life. But how can we ensure our furry friends stay safe during their Zoomie sessions? While Zoomies are generally harmless, it's important to ensure your dog's safety during these frenetic bursts of energy. Zoomies are indeed a sight to behold, a spectacle of sheer joy and unbridled energy. But as every dog parent knows, with great Zoomies comes great responsibility. So how can you ensure your dog's safety during these Zoomie sessions? Well, the first step is to provide a safe space. An open area free of obstacles is ideal, where your dog can run around without the risk of bumping into things. This could be your backyard, a large room in your house, or even a dog park. Next, remove potential hazards. This includes anything your dog could trip over or bump into, like furniture, toys, or other pets. You wouldn't want your furry speedster to get injured during their high-speed antics, would you? And here's a critical tip. Don't try to stop a dog mid-zoom. Interrupting a Zoomie can result in a collision, as your dog might not have the time or the ability to stop or change direction quickly. Instead, let the Zoomie run its course. Once your dog has burned off that excess energy, they'll slow down on their own. Finally, always supervise your dog during Zoomies. Keep an eye out for signs of exhaustion or overexertion, as some dogs can get carried away in the heat of the moment. Remember, Zoomies are a normal, healthy part of your dog's life. So next time your furry friend starts running around like crazy, just sit back, enjoy the show, and know that you're witnessing a true expression of canine joy.